Hi, Dana. So we did that new, what I always call the Oasis strumming pattern there. It's not that they invented it or anything, but they tend to use it a lot. So we did Wonderwall and Live Forever as well. So yeah, what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to go down through break down the strumming pattern, make sure it's clear, what it's all about and what you can do with it as well. Is because the pattern is one thing, but kind of the variations you can put into it as well are really kind of what make it. So this is just the baseline. So if you kind of get used to doing it some slightly different way, then that's good. That's just kind of that's what it's made for. So first of all, just do it with an E minor to start off. So it's that's what we're starting with. That's the movement, right? So from there, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. And so you see there, doing it that way, you're missing a lot more of the strokes than you're actually hitting. And while it is enough just to kind of keep those missed ones kind of small and just down here, just to kind of keep the movement ticking over and kind of keep your body in rhythm with it, it is worth actually going all the way across the strings, even though you're not hitting them, just to kind of leave yourself open for those little variations that kind of make it a bit more interesting. So instead of just kind of keeping it down there, pass it over the whole thing. Ooh. Because then it can get a bit more busy then, da 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 da, just more of those kind of little strums in there where you a lot of the time it's just accidental, but because the movement is regular, it'll sound good, you know what I mean? It'll sound in rhythm. So what we'll do then is we'll just play the first, we'll go for Live Forever first, because that's dark all of a sudden. Live Forever first, because that's one chord per. Let's see if I can brighten that up a little bit. There we go. Sun's going to come back out now in a second. It's one chord per strum, as opposed to with Wonderwall, it's sort of 2 chords per bar, right? So we'll just start off first. So we've got an A minor, C, D, and that's the little intro. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 1, 2, and D for 2 beats as well. So if we call this strumming pattern, if one round of that 4 beats, then you've got the A minor, or A minor 7, which is just A minor without the third finger. 3, 4, C, 2, D, 2, G, D. Maybe I'm doing a little bit fast actually. So we'll just start from the verse, and maybe I don't really want to know. So that's G. So 1, 2, 3, 4. D. A minor 7. C for 2, and D for 2, and G. Same again, A minor 7. As it soaks you to the bone, E minor. D. Wanna live, don't wanna die. A minor 7. And C, and D. Minor, D, A minor 7, and then this time we're going to so that lasts a total of 8 beats. So what you're doing there is going to an F major 7, which we've done before, but this is an F add 9, which just, so basically the idea behind that is there's your bass note there, so you call that note of 1. And then in the scale, we don't need to know the scale now, but just like where these numbers and names are coming from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The open E string is your 7. That's why this one is called F major 7. 7, 8, 9. F add 9. You're taking the F chord and adding a 9 to it. So all it is just F major 7 with the little finger 3rd fret on the first string. So I'm just picking down that. Okay, so real quick then, we'll do Wonderwall as well. So we'll just do the initial chord progression for Wonderwall, and just keep in mind as well that if you want to play along with this, you need the capo on the 2nd fret, and then just do exactly the same thing. Gone all white now. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so Wonderwall then. So all it is just E minor, G, D, A7, except for the fact that you keep these two here the whole time. Okay, so here we go. So it's 2 beats. It's half of this strumming pattern per chord. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, G, D, A7. Just bring the first finger up the string. E minor, G, D, A7. 2 more. Minor, G, D, A7. 1 more. E minor, G, D, A7. Okay, another one in there as well that comes later on is C. So again, we're keeping those there, and then like a G, only you take these 2 fingers down a string, and that's your C. I suppose a busker C is what you call it. C add 9 is what it really is, but that's all the chords that are in it as well. So I'll send you on the chords and lyrics too, just so if you want to play along with the whole thing. So loads to be getting on with there, and Zombie as well is played like that pretty much. So you've got that E minor, C major 7. C major 7 is just C without the first finger. G, G6 that is. G6 is just G without the 3rd finger. And then you've got this one. You'll find that chord in Horse with No Name by America as well. It's a great song if you haven't heard it. You probably have though. So that's 2nd fret on the 6th string. Skip these 2, and then 2nd fret on the G string. So that's E minor, C major 7, G6, and this is kind of a D chord really. But we'll talk about it, it's called in the next one. All right, keep it up. I'll talk to you soon.